Hello, YouTube and Rumble Worlds. So this is my third live stream I'm doing. It's going to be really quick on the topic of Canada is fucked. Um, I've been getting, just in the past couple of days, a lot of YouTube videos recommended to me coming from a variety of different channels, all on this theme of Canada being fucked. And talking about how the economy really does not work for people, especially in terms of the housing crisis, very critical of high levels of immigration, very critical of government policies and policies of all the major political parties in Canada for a number of years. And it's just shocking for me to see all this content coming through because a lot of it is talking about the very things that I've been talking about for 20 years and that I could get no traction on. And now all of a sudden it seems that these issues are front and center in people's minds. I'm not quite sure if that's a reflection of a genuine change in Canadians and that they really are all of a sudden angry about these things, or if it's just the algorithm pumping that stuff towards me. I'm not quite sure what's going on driving this, but why I'm seeing all this content in the past couple of days. But I've just been seeing it and reflecting on it in these live streams. And the first one I did, I think I played a video from somebody else for the first part of it, and then I just went on to music videos, my normal stuff. Um, and that so Canada is fucked. That's that first one you see there, and notice that it got 33 views, 2 comments, and 0 likes. But when you see 0%, that means that it's had downvotes. So let's take a look at what's going on over there. I just want to just an example of the kind of reaction that I do get when talking about these serious issues. A downvote and um, the comments. You have to go under sort by newest in order to see this. And somebody, I'm assuming a Canadian, said, "Will we have to drink our own piss?" So, what what an inappropriate remark, really. What what a condescending remark. I mean, assuming that Canadians really are upset about all these issues, it's a slap in the face to Canadians in general. That kind of a comment because it's saying it's basically um, it's basically saying all those issues, like, it's all irrelevant. It's not even honoring the issue with a response, right? These things that supposedly huge percentage of the country is really upset about isn't even worthy of acknowledgement or of a response. And it's sneering and it's putting down and it's just redirecting towards talking about something disgusting as to try to get just to derail the conversation, not to be constructive at in any way, shape, or form, and not to be validating, like not even validating that that's an issue that would be important to people. So, and that is actually not. I was talking about how I had to walk away from dealing with these important issues because um, I was being put down everywhere I would try to talk about it. That's true, but usually not in this way. This is something more recent. This kind of a comment is something that would have only started showing up under my stuff in the past year or two. Relatively recent. Usually, people would engage somewhat with the content at hand, and they would say, "Well, you're acting entitled. You're acting." They would somehow respond about the substance of the matter, but arguing and saying that it's not really a big deal. It's only been in the past few years that I've been getting these kind of comments that just doesn't even engage with the content at hand, but is just trying to derail the conversation before it even gets started by not even not even giving it the content, the substance of the matter, not even giving that a response, but just some other kind of a sneering comment that is kind of meant to, I suppose, pollute the discourse before it even gets off the ground, right? Um, and I just have to wonder, like, it's interesting. It's. I mean, what motivates somebody to do this? I'm not quite sure. Like, you're that. I mean, I said that I don't love Canada and that I wouldn't be advocating on these issues anymore because I couldn't get anywhere and I've basically given up. It's one thing to give up, it's something else to have outright animosity. So I've given up on trying to solve Canada's issues, okay? But I still wish Canada the best. I don't have animosity. This comment reveals someone who actually has animosity. They think the issues of Canada aren't even worthy of engagement at all. Just put down the even thought of engaging with those issues. Just put it down entirely. And you know, and with the way that it's written in the first person, I assume that that is a Canadian. So I mean, that would sound like a self-hating Canadian then, someone who can't even dignify Canadian issues with a response. Um, so you know, I don't believe in censorship, and so I'm leaving that comment there, and I think, but I because I think that the best way to counter, you know, um, abhorrent speech is is through exposure, like the opposite of censorship. So I'm exposing it right now, and and let it speak for itself. That is somebody who can take all these huge concerns from apparently from a large percentage of Canadians and just effectively piss on it. Just say it's not even worthy of a response whatsoever. So that would reflect very poorly on that person if that person is a Canadian, that they would actually have animosity towards um, what what many Canadians are upset about. You know, so I just wanted to point that out. But I mean, it is disheartening. That comment alone isn't disheartening. But what's disheartening is that that would be the only one. So there's nobody coming in and saying anything validating or or encouraging like that. Like there's just the only response is someone who's basically saying none of these issues matter. They matter so little that I'm not even going to respond to those issues, and I'm going to just mention something disgusting. So that has nothing to do with the topics at hand. So that would be the only response. That is disheartening, but this response in and of itself is not. It just um, reflects poorly on that person. And why would they be called polar disco ball? I'm just noticing that too. Like that's weird. That almost seems like Polar Bear Diaries, like because I was known as Polar Bear, and like I don't know what's up with that. I mean, let's click on this person's channel. Let's see who is this. Navigating the post-truth era. So just, I mean, I guess just somebody who's really, 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 really cynical. Um, they do look like they have an affinity with the Arctic. I'm not sure what would motivate this person to write such a disgusting comment on my channel. I mean, somebody, I mean, who's, they don't seem, they seem pretty innocuous here. Like, but they're talking about drinking piss? Like, what? I don't know. Is that what he wants to do? Drink piss? Is that like maybe it's a hopeful comment? Maybe he wants to live in a country where people have to drink their own piss because that's something that he likes to do. I'm not quite sure what the deal is with that. But hey, there's no such thing as bad publicity, so I'm giving him some publicity right now, and the comment does help with the YouTube algorithm and getting my content out there. All right, that's all I have to say for now. Peace out.